Hello, and welcome to B2B Topics and Tips, bringing you the latest buzz in small business topics, tips, and expert interviews. Watch live or watch later. Drop any thoughts or questions into the comments, and if you're watching later, use hashtag replay before your thought or comment or question. Hi, I'm Melissa St. Clair, Communications and Standard Operating Procedure Specialist at Paper Chaser Biz LLC, a certified military spouse-owned enterprise. And today I am joined by Martha Kester. Hey, Martha.
Hey, Melissa. How are you?
Good, good. I am really great that you are here today. Martha is a board certified health coach with Pause Wellness Company, and Martha has had a positive impact on my sleep and gut health.
Yay!
So I'll read Martha's bio and we will jump right into the topic. I know it's going to be of great interest and of great help to the B2B viewers. So Martha has been coaching since 2017 and became board certified in 2020. She enjoys helping women find sleep again and ease digestive stress through the elimination diet. Not only does she help others find their healthiest selves, but she also works on her own health every day. She is a yoga instructor and longtime runner who enjoys visiting the local farmers market and talking to the farmers each Saturday. And she has access to a year-round farmers market. So that is an added bonus to her lifestyle. So Martha also loves spending time on the water and with her friends and family. And today we are going to be talking about Snooze, the 2 a.m. wake up, tactics for better sleep. So Martha, are you ready to get started?
I am. And so thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited. I love this topic. So
absolutely. Absolutely. So first question, why are you so passionate about sleep?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think it primarily comes from my own experience of having a lack of sleep. And it wasn't because I was an insomniac, but it was because I really left little time for sleep in my former life. I was a school teacher. And so I wanted to fit so much into my day, and I put sleep last. I had that mentality that I think so many people have where it's like, oh, I can sleep when I'm dead. But unfortunately, that's just exactly what's going to happen because sleep is so crucial. And from my experience of the lack of sleep while I was teaching school, I just learned kind of what sleep can do for you, or the lack of sleep, what it does to you. I know I was injured all the time, keeping me from running. And I really connect that to sleep because when we're sleeping, our muscles repair. I was a grump. I was just not very happy. I remember being in Bilo and ran into a parent one day at school, the grocery store in town. And they proceeded to ask me questions, and I just had major brain fog. I couldn't even follow. So that was sort of a wake-up call for me. And yeah, I think that's just why I've experienced sort of the negative effects of sleep. And now I want to help other people make it a priority like I've been doing since I've left school.
Yeah, so viewers out there, I'm sure that it resonated with you when she said cramming everything in and then not having good quality sleep. So let's learn some more. So what are contributing factors and why can't some people sleep?
Yeah, another good question. Well, first of all, when I meet with somebody, you've got to get sort of the medical stuff out of the way. Like, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I really recommend getting annual blood work, because if you're missing out on magnesium or some sort of nutrient like that, that can really impact your sleep. Maybe doing a sleep study could reveal restless leg syndrome, which can keep you awake, or sleep apnea. And then there's several different kind of sleep disorders that are out there that you kind of want to rule out if you really are struggling to fall asleep or you wake up a lot. But beyond that, I find it so fascinating that there is research connecting our circadian rhythm and having sort of a defect with that. They call it circadian rhythm disorder. And it's really just your 24-hour biological clock is out of whack. And that can be out of whack due to age or just lack of physical activity, or just like spending too much time in the wrong lighting. And so I find that so fascinating. So that's one thing that, when I sit down with a client, that we can explore. And it's so simple to resolve. Sometimes, I shouldn't say, maybe in some instances it can be very simple to resolve. It can be just you getting out in the early morning sun. You might find that really sets your rhythm back. It's waking up at the same time every morning, even on the weekends, which I know is so hard, but keeping that consistency helps. But also just stress can keep people awake, of course. It can be things like just clutter in the room, which can add to stress, work stress, life stress, diet. So if we're taking in too much sugar, and sugar can be bread and carbs, it's not just brownies and cakes. I mean, it's cereal. It's really the American diet, and it's taking too much of that in, and caffeine can interrupt our sleep as well. Yeah, I think that's kind of the gamut. So a list.
Yeah, well, and I know friends that have worked like in the medical profession, and they're working the night shift, and how that can really throw things off. And so they're doing that during the week, and then their weekends are the regular time. And wow, that just got to really play havoc with the body and that circadian rhythm, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah. And that's a great point, because it is jet lag can also impact it. And and the shift workers. Those are two populations tough. It's hard.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what can our viewers do to fall asleep and stay asleep?
Yes. Good question again. So you've got your medical stuff out of the way. You've had your sleep study and you're good. There's nothing that your doctor sees. You're good with all your nutrients. I would start with a bedtime routine. So if you work at home, it's finding that work-life balance. I know we've talked about this before. It's setting that alarm so you can kind of step away from your office, close the door, don't go back in, and then just start to wind down, dim lighting in the evenings. So it's setting that bedtime routine, which really actually starts in the morning, getting up into that early morning sun. It's setting up your environment. So again, just having your bedroom to be clutter-free, getting the TV out of the bedroom. I find it so interesting that it really makes a lot of sense that I feel like each room in our house needs to have like one activity, like bedroom is sleep, kitchen is eating. And I think we get in trouble when we start to combine activities in rooms. It confuses our brain. And then, if we're drinking coffee in the bedroom and watching TV in the mornings or watching TV at night, then it's hard. Your body, when you're going into bed, your body's like equating that with maybe like caffeine and watching TV and working. And here comes my cat. Sorry. I'm waiting for her to meow at you. So I think that's, also something that can keep us awake. And something that we really need to work on is to keep one activity per room. And so that bedroom is just your sanctuary. So really relaxing colors, dark. We have a problem with neighbor lights shining into our bedrooms because the houses are so close in my neighborhood. So I've become really good friends with my eye mask, and it's great. I love it. So blackout curtains, if you don't have an eye mask, works. Managing your stress. So part of that bedtime routine can be maybe a warm bath, yoga, journaling. So just kind of brain dumping everything from your day before you crawl into bed. Trying to think, watching your caffeine and sugar intake, making dinner an earlier time. I think so often if we're eating dinner like at 7 or 7:30, and then we're expecting our body to be ready to go to bed at 9, it takes several hours for digestion to happen. And so you can't sleep and digest at the same time. So it's going to keep you awake. I think that I'm trying to think back to what you even asked me.
Yeah, no, that
Is
was
that good?
fantastic. So many
Is that a
great
list?
tips. So many, so many. And, I feel that some people do have their home office in their bedroom. And I think, if at all possible, relocate it so that it is not sitting right over there, just a few feet from you where you're trying to sleep. So I think that would be super important.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
said, to have, functionality for each room. um, yeah, and have a purpose. So, yeah.
Yeah. And making the room cold too. I think that's
Yeah,
the one that really helps you out.
for
You said it's just
sure.
amazing. Small little changes can make such a
Yes,
huge impact. So I think that
yes,
was one other
yes.
one.
Oh my goodness, you have dished out so much goodness. But I will ask if you have, like, share your best business tip or tips.
Great. Yeah, and I think it goes back to just having that work-life balance. So if you're working at home, again, just to set that alarm so you can ease out of work. Not taking work calls at 6 p.m. or 7, really having that defining line that separates work and home. If you work in an office and you're coming home, again, leave it at the office. I know sometimes it can be hard, but just, do your best. If you do work at home, close that door, to not walk back in. We unfortunately are so tied to our phones and are so accessible by emails and even maybe text with colleagues and clients. And so it's really doing our best to maybe even making a bedtime for our phone and putting that away, so there's no temptation, because the minute you see something work related, I mean, that's your brain is going to wake back up and,
So
and
true.
that's it.
Right? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This has been so good. I know that there will be so many takeaways from this, and hopefully people will apply these wonderful things that you have shared with us today. So thank you so,
Yeah,
so much.
you're
If
welcome.
folks want to connect, how can viewers connect with you?
Yes, my website, pausewellnesscompany.com. You can go on there and click. I have a freebie where it's my favorite breakfast recipes and morning tips. So you can click on that. You can sign up for a consult right there on my website, and it's free. And where we can spend time together talking, right here over Zoom. I can get to know you a little bit and what you're struggling with, and then, or your goals, and then I can explain to you a little bit more about health coaching and the programs I offer.
That is so awesome. Thank you, Martha. And you can read my testimonial on her website too. So,
Yay.
yay. Well, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you being on with me today. And we will drop all those links in the comments so you can connect with Martha, take advantage of her freebies, and we'll sign off for now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Melissa. Bye.